Warning. This video may contain content that some viewers may find offensive. Viewer discretion isn't really advised. It's just a YouTube video. Hey guys, my name is the Diamond Fox. I keep forgetting the new intro. Whatever though. I'm gonna tell you a few things before we get this off. It is almost Halloween, and it is almost time for TF2 to welcome us in. But they kind of already did us starting it kind of now. So, yeah. Second thing, today I was supposed to be doing work. Instead, I wrote down a whole bunch of YouTube ideas. So, well, I worked too, had to get that stuff done. Anyway, let's start this off. You might have heard that. Anyway, so Demoman, I feel like I was putting this off for too long. I completely forgot about the other, class guides, but we're back on it, which is good, I think, if you like it. So, let's get right into it, then. So, the role you should be playing when you're Demoman, in my opinion, is basically support/defense, and that's why it's a defensive class, but most people I see just go charging in. Lol. I don't know if you got that. Anyway, you probably didn't. So I think that people really neglect the, I just hurt myself, secondary guns, which can actually be really helpful. But let's start off with the grenade launcher, which I think we should focus on first because, you know, it's the primary weapon that you're going to be using most often, I think. But we'll get to that also in a few minutes, if it takes that long. Anyway, the grenade launcher is a weapon that, despite having 6 grenades in it, only has 4 grenade barrels, whatever you want to call it. I'm not that, you know, smart when it comes to guns. But we're going to start off with that. You have 4 shots on the regular grenade launcher. Now, right now, we're going to talk about just the default weapons that you can use. And we might get more into it later on. But that's what we're talking about right now, just so every player knows what I'm talking about. And I'm guessing that you will be a new player if you're watching this. Anyway, the grenade launcher is good for, in my opinion, hitting things off walls. You can do a real lot of damage to people if you do these cool trick shots, which I've gotten pretty good at. But anyway, that's not what I think it's most goodish for. You're gonna want to learn to get those hits on people, those hits right in the meat. Then you'll do so much more damage to them, and you'll get so much more kills. I've been doing this a lot, and I've been getting a lot better at it. I think not really in the gameplay you're watching now, but that's the lock and load, and I'm still getting used to that with the two grenades in it. Anyway, I just think that you should use the grenade launcher in the best way you can by trying to always hit the target you have in front of you. But spamming is always fun. You love spamming. I love spamming. It's good. It can take down sentries, or at least wound them, if you can wound metal. But, yeah, that's what I think. But we're gonna get into the real meat of it, where most people seem to like the demo class, is the sticky bomb launcher, the secondary weapon. There are many different things you can have secondary, but God, I can't talk today. We're primarily talking about the guns, or the weapons that can do damage. Not the shield, though. Or one of them. So, the sticky bomb launcher is basically a weapon that you use as a trap. It can save your life so much if you put it in the right place. And you should always, in my opinion, put 4 in one cluster, or you're just not going to get that damage on all the classes that you'll want to get to save your life. Now, the sticky bomb launcher can be really useful for moving around the map, which is surprising that some people I see don't use the Demoman as a, you know, flying bird of death. And so they just use it to get new players to walk right into you because they don't know what's coming. Or old players, it all depends. But that's really it with the sticky bomb launcher. You're going to put it on walls, you're going to put it on the floor, but you have to hide it. You have to make sure no player sees it, or they can just shoot it away, or you just won't kill them. And when you can't kill them, never, ever, ever go one-on-one with the sticky bomb launcher to any class. I know some people like to do that, but as a beginner, no, you should not. You should never do that. Use your grenade launcher, use your melee, and you could probably kill them. Anyway, now we're going to talk about the Demoknight, which is basically a class within a class. So, Demoknight, you got a shield, you got your boots, or health kit thing, however you want to call it, and you got your shield. Demoman can be really effective, but not in all game modes. I would say use Demoman in maybe... this is a hard one. Capture points, maybe. Payload, maybe, if you're good at it. But I think you can do alright in capture the flag. But it won't get you out of those sticky situations that you're going to get caught in if you use Demoknight. Because you make a lot of noise and a lot of people will see you and try to kill you. So I would not recommend using Demoknight a lot compared to the other demo weapons. But it can be lots of fun when you do. So what I think you should do is pretty much just go with the grenade launcher. Get used to that. And if you want to try Demoknight, you can get used to that too. And I've seen some people, man. I've seen some people just obliterate the enemy team as Demoknight. I don't know how they do it, because I'm personally bad at it. Watch my video about the Demoknight if you have free time, or if you don't hate me. And go have some fun with that. But I really think the Demoknight's a fun class that you shouldn't use always. Now, your strategy, you can probably see that I'm barely breathing right now, but it's okay. Strategy and situations. Situations, which I kind of already went about on. If you're getting attacked one-on-one, use your melee if you have a shield. Use your grenade launcher if you don't. And I think either of these things can kind of be used whenever you want. It's just, I wouldn't recommend them in certain situations. Kind of depends always on the class you're using. On the weaker ones, try melee. On the stronger ones, always grenade launcher if you don't have a shield. Charging can get you one-hit kills, but it's gonna get hard and to get used to at the beginning. And I know personally from experience, obviously playing TF2, I learned that Demoknight isn't really a class that you're gonna just pick up and be like, I'm gonna own you now, you noobs. I'm gonna own you. Yeah, it's not really good. Sorry if that accent, I have to say this every time I do a funny voice. If that accent sounds like you in any way, even though it wasn't trying to be an accent, I apologize. I'm not making fun of you. And so I kind of already talked about the whole Demoknight situations you should be in if you want to use Demoknight, which is just make sure you can hit your targets. Because obviously, unlike the grenade launcher, you're not going to get explosive damage. As in, they're not going to be right next to something that blows up and will hurt them anyway. But actually, that can be a good combo with the grenade launcher and the sword. I've seen some people do lots of damage with that. And if you want to do those both at the same time, you could probably do some big damage. Demoknight is always good for getting behind the team, because they won't hear you as much as if you were just standing right in front of them. You can do some really stealthy kills like that. You can be Demo Spy. There's a third class. Valve Demo Spy. Put it in. Anyway, that's pretty much my guide. So I'll see you all later.